Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not random. Someone has been watching you, and yes, they've been talking about you. Not in a normal way, but in a way that reveals just how different your presence truly is. The way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you dress. It's shaking something in their spirit. They can't figure you out, and that mystery is exposing who you really are. You're not blending in. You're standing out without even trying. And this attention, it's a sign that your spiritual glow is increasing. People can sense your rise before you even speak. So don't ignore this message. The fact that it reached you today means something big is shifting around you. Someone is watching. Someone is talking. Because God is lifting you higher. Before you get lost in this video, you must first do 3 things to connect with God's energy. First, you must like the video and then leave a comment, "Thank you, God, for choosing me." And finally, you must send your signal to the universe by subscribing to the channel. Your presence speaks before you do. Chosen one, you might think you're just walking into a room like everyone else, but the truth is, your presence arrives before your footsteps do. There is something about you that people pick up instantly. You don't need loud clothes, bold makeup, or flashy accessories to get attention. Your aura does the work for you. The moment you enter, there is a tiny shift in the atmosphere that others feel even if they don't understand it. Some people pause for a second. Some turn their heads without realizing it. Some suddenly go quiet. It's not because you're trying to impress anyone, it's because your spirit carries a natural magnetism that can't be ignored. You walk with a calm strength that most people don't have. Even when you're unsure or dealing with your own problems, your face shows a kind of peace that confuses others. They look at you and think, "How is this person so composed?" They might not know your story, but they can sense that you've survived things that should have broken you. That silent history inside you gives you a weight, a depth, a gravity that attracts attention without effort. People notice how you carry yourself. You're not rushing. You're not seeking validation. You don't try to prove who you are. That quiet confidence is rare, and rare things always stand out. The way you observe your surroundings, calmly, patiently, almost like you see more than the average person, makes people curious. They may try to understand your personality based on your expressions, your posture, or even the way you choose to sit or stand. You don't realize it, but your energy teaches people how to behave around you. Some straighten up, some get nervous, some become more respectful. Your presence demands respect, without you saying a single word. And then there is your energy, something you can't see but others can feel. Your energy is clean, grounded, and strong. It carries a softness that comforts good people and a firmness that intimidates the wrong ones. When someone with a troubled mind or insecure heart stands near you, your energy exposes their weaknesses. They don't know why, but being around you makes them feel judged, even though you haven't done anything. On the other hand, people with good intentions feel safe near you, like they can breathe a little easier. That's the impact of your spirit. It affects everyone differently, depending on what they carry inside. You may think you're quiet, but people remember you long after you leave. They replay how you spoke, how you walked, how you smiled. They analyze your gestures because they felt something deeper in your presence. It's not physical beauty, it's character, it's spiritual strength. It's the glow that comes from growth, healing, and divine protection. You don't shine loudly, you shine naturally, and that kind of glow cannot be copied. Your presence speaks because it carries your journey, your resilience, your truth. And chosen ones like you don't need to announce themselves. The world feels them automatically. Your style carries a message. Chosen one. People may think they are just noticing your clothes, but what they are actually noticing is you. Your style isn't about following trends or impressing others. It isn't about buying the costliest brands or dressing like celebrities. Your style comes from a deeper place, your personality, your values, and the quiet confidence you carry within yourself. That's why it stands out. You don't dress to compete, you dress to express. And that expression is so pure that people can't help but talk about it. You choose what you wear with intention, even if you don't realize it. You prefer comfort over show, quality over noise, and authenticity over attention. When you get ready, you're not thinking, "What will people think?" You're thinking, "What feels right for me today?" That simple mindset gives your style a sincerity that most people have lost. You don't force your look, you flow with it, and that natural flow creates a quiet elegance that others admire. There's a kind of clarity in your appearance. You don't overdo anything, yet everything matches. Your colors, your choices, your accessories. Each thing reflects balance. People sense a calm, grounded energy from the way you dress. Even if your outfit is simple, it carries a meaning. It tells the world that you're someone who knows themselves, someone who doesn't need loud statements to be seen. Your presence completes the outfit, not the other way around. Your style also reflects your inner maturity. You've outgrown the need to impress people. You've outgrown the urge to copy others. Instead, you know what fits you, what makes you feel confident, and what aligns with your personality. This level of self-awareness shows in your appearance. When someone sees you, they see a person who understands their worth. And that understanding becomes a silent message to the world. I respect myself. People talk because they feel that self-respect, even if they can't explain it. Another thing that sets your style apart is your simplicity. You don't rely on 10 layers of fashion. You don't need complicated looks. You might pick a plain shirt, subtle colors, or a clean design, but somehow it looks better on you than on others. It's not the clothes, it's the energy inside you that makes them look good. Simplicity becomes powerful when worn by someone whose spirit is stable, peaceful, and elegant. That's why people turn their heads. They're not just seeing an outfit, they're seeing calmness, discipline, and authenticity. Your style also tells a story. People may not know your journey, but they can sense your experiences in the way you carry yourself. They can feel the maturity in your choices, the discipline in your grooming, the calm in your colors. Your look shows that you've grown, that you've healed, that you've discovered your identity. And when someone wears their identity with pride, it becomes more beautiful than any expensive brand ever could. Most people dress to be noticed, but you dress to be yourself. That difference is why your style carries a message without you saying a single word. Your appearance is not decoration, it's expression. And expression this honest always leaves an impact. People sense your growth. Chosen one. The funny thing about growth is that you're often the last one to notice it. You wake up every day and live your life normally, but people around you, they feel something shifting. They can sense the changes long before you recognize them. They may not say it directly, but their reactions give it away. Longer stares, more curiosity, different tone, sudden interest, or even silent jealousy. All of this happens because something inside you is rising. Your glow is becoming stronger. Not the physical glow-up people talk about, but the inner radiance that comes from healing. maturing, and facing your truth. You've been through things that forced you to grow silently. Every difficult phase made you wiser. Every lonely night made you stronger. Every setback taught you something important. Now that inner strength is quietly appearing in your aura, and people can feel it even before they understand it. Your confidence is also shifting, slowly, naturally, without arrogance. You're not trying to prove anything anymore. You used to question yourself, doubt your choices, or feel small around certain people. But now, you're calmer. You trust yourself more. You speak with more clarity. You walk with more purpose. Even if you don't see it, people around you notice the difference. They look at you and think, something is changing in them. And they're right. Your spirit is becoming louder. You're more aligned with who you really are. You're not afraid to say no, not afraid to walk away from negativity, not afraid to protect your peace. When someone's spirit gets stronger, it shows in their eyes, their vibe, their silence, and even their boundaries. People don't talk about these things openly, but they sense them. They feel your energy becoming more solid and grounded. Your rise is not loud, but it's visible. People see you growing in ways they can't explain. Some feel inspired, some feel intimidated, and some feel threatened, because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. When you rise, it exposes who stayed the same. That's why whispers start. People talk, not always with bad intentions, but because your transformation is noticeable. You don't shrink anymore. You don't seek approval. You don't carry the old heaviness. And this freedom shows. Some people sense your future even before you step fully into it. They see your potential, your discipline, your new mindset. They see the doors opening around you. They feel that life is preparing something big for you. They may not say it, but it's written in the way they look at you. Growth has a sound, and people hear it even in your silence. Understand this. You're rising in ways you can't fully see yet. Your energy is unfolding. Your direction is becoming clear. Your purpose is becoming active. And because of that, people talk. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're becoming someone powerful. Your vibe makes some people curious and others jealous. Chosen one. The truth is simple. Your energy doesn't leave people neutral. When you enter a space, you don't just walk in, you shift the atmosphere. Some people feel inspired by you, some feel drawn to you, and some feel uncomfortable without knowing why. This is because your vibe carries a mixture of calmness, confidence, and quiet strength. And not everyone is ready for that. Some people become curious about you. They want to understand how you stay so composed. They wonder how you manage to look so put together without trying too hard. They watch the way you talk, the way you sit, the way you stay unbothered. To them, your presence feels refreshing, like a break from the noise and chaos of the world. They may not say it out loud, but inside, they're inspired. They want to learn from you. They might even adjust their own behavior after watching how effortlessly you carry yourself. But then there are others, the ones who feel something very different. Your calmness makes them uneasy. Your confidence makes them insecure. Your simplicity threatens them because it exposes what they lack. You don't need validation, but they live on it. You don't need the crowd, but they need attention to feel relevant. So your quiet strength becomes a mirror that shows them their own weaknesses, and that can create jealousy, even if you've never harmed them. These people may judge you, gossip about you, or misunderstand you on purpose. They may say things like, "Who do they think they are?" or "They're acting different these days." But they don't realize that the discomfort they feel is not because of your attitude, It's because of your inner growth. The more secure you become, the more insecure they feel. The more peaceful you become, the more their chaos gets exposed. Your style plays a role too. You dress with dignity. You take care of yourself. You choose what suits your personality instead of following what others wear. That level of self-respect irritates those who don't value themselves. It's not that your clothes are special. It's that you wear them with a sense of worth. When someone who doesn't respect themselves sees a person who does, it stings. It triggers something inside them. But here's the important part. Both curiosity and jealousy come from the same fact. People are noticing you. You're not invisible, even if you feel like you are. Your growth, your confidence, your peace, your presence, they are becoming louder than your words, and people react based on who they are, not who you are. Curious people will try to understand you. Jealous people will try to misunderstand you, but neither group can ignore you. Your vibe refuses to let you blend in with the crowd. It sets you apart, softly, naturally, effortlessly. You are becoming a mirror for others. Chosen one. One of the reasons people talk about you, even when you're quiet, even when you stay in your own lane, is because you've become a mirror without trying. When someone looks at you, they're not just seeing your face or your clothes. They're seeing the parts of themselves they've been avoiding. You bring out things in people that they don't want to admit. And the truth is, most people are not ready to face themselves. When people notice your discipline, something inside them wakes up. They see how you stay focused, how you don't waste time, how you manage your responsibilities, and it silently reminds them of everything they've been postponing. Your consistency highlights their inconsistency. Your effort highlights their excuses. You're not judging anyone, but simply by being you. You expose what they're running from. That makes some people uncomfortable. Your confidence does the same thing. You don't walk around showing off, but your quiet self-belief is visible. You know who you are. You don't chase approval. You don't shrink yourself to be accepted. People who struggle with insecurity notice this immediately. Your confidence triggers questions in their minds. Why can't I be like that? Or, what's stopping me from growing? Instead of working on themselves, some people choose the easier path, talking about you. Even your simplicity becomes a mirror. You don't need complicated fashion or loud looks. You choose clean, calm, natural styles. But that simplicity reflects clarity. And clarity is something many people lack. When they see you looking put together without trying too hard, they start questioning their own choices. Why do I depend on trends? Why do I feel the need to impress? Your simple, grounded appearance quietly highlights their confusion and insecurity. And here's the deeper truth. Your growth reminds people of the potential they wasted. Your healing reminds them of the wounds they ignored. Your rise reminds them of the dreams they gave up on. Instead of celebrating you, some people turn it into criticism or gossip. They talk not because you did something wrong, but because you woke up something inside them, something they don't want to confront. You also mirror people's intentions. Good-hearted people feel safe around you. Your honesty brings out their kindness. Your calmness brings out their peace. Your strength brings out their best qualities. But people with hidden envy, insecurity, or ego feel exposed when they stand next to you. You don't have to say a single word. Your spirit reveals who they really are. This is why reactions to you are so different. Some admire you deeply because your presence gives them hope. Others dislike you without reason because your improvement highlights their stagnation. But all of them feel something when you're around. Understand this. You are not responsible for how people react to their own reflection. You're growing, glowing, and becoming stronger. If your progress becomes a mirror for others, that is simply part of your calling. People talk because you remind them of the person they wish they had the courage to become. God is upgrading your aura, chosen one. The attention you're getting right now is not random. It isn't because of your clothes, your new routine, or something you said. It's happening because God is upgrading your aura, your spiritual glow, your energetic presence, the invisible part of you that people feel before they hear your voice. When God raises your frequency, your entire being starts changing, sometimes so quietly that even you don't notice at first. But others do. They see something different in you, something they can't explain. Your face has become calmer. You carry a peace that doesn't come from a perfect life, but from a strengthened spirit. You've survived things that could have broken anyone else, and that survival shows in your eyes. People sense that you're more grounded, more centered, more aware of yourself. Even a simple smile from you feels different now. It carries wisdom, softness, and a sense of direction. That's the mark of someone whose spirit is being strengthened by God. Your energy is also becoming stronger. You don't get drained easily like before. You're not reacting to negativity the way you once did. You're not allowing unnecessary chaos into your life. That emotional stability makes your aura glow brighter. When God upgrades your energy, you naturally start attracting better people, better opportunities, and better experiences. At the same time, you also begin repelling those who are not aligned with your growth. Your presence becomes like a filter. What's meant for you feels comfortable, and what's not feels uncomfortable. Your style feels more powerful because it now carries spiritual weight. You might be wearing the same type of clothes you always wore, but something about the way you carry yourself feels more mature. You stand straighter. You walk with clarity. You look more sure of who you are. This inner transformation quietly shows on the outside. People can't name it, but they can feel it. Your outfits glow because you glow. Your appearance looks balanced because you feel balanced. This shift is deeply spiritual. It's not something you learned from YouTube, copied from social media, or practiced in front of a mirror. It's coming from your soul. God is renewing your strength. He is healing the parts of you that once felt heavy. He is replacing your worry with confidence. He is turning your pain into power. When God upgrades your frequency, the change begins inside and radiates outward. That's why strangers look at you differently now. That's why people you barely talk to suddenly pay attention. You may feel moments of expansion, like you're outgrowing your old self, old habits, old thinking. That's because God is raising you to a higher level of consciousness. Your intuition is sharper. Your awareness is clearer. Your emotions are more stable. Your heart feels lighter. Your mind feels more focused. These are all signs of a spiritual upgrade. Your silence creates questions. Chosen one of the strongest things about you is your silence. You don't need loud words to prove who you are. You don't rush to explain your actions. You don't justify your choices to anyone. And this calm, controlled quietness, it creates more impact than any dramatic speech ever could. People watch you, but they can't figure you out. They see you moving differently. They see you choosing peace over noise. They see you staying in your own lane. And the fact that you don't reveal much about your life makes their curiosity grow even more. Your silence is powerful because it shows emotional maturity. You don't waste your energy talking about your plans or dreams. You work on them. You don't announce what you're building. You let the results speak later. This kind of behavior confuses people who are used to showing off everything they do. They can't understand how someone can stay so focused without seeking attention. Your silence challenges their mindset. They start wondering, what is this person up to? Why are they so calm? What are they planning next? People also talk because your quietness protects your energy. You don't argue unnecessarily. You don't engage in drama. You don't react to every insult or opinion. Instead, you choose silence as your shield. And the moment you stop reacting, people start noticing. They expect you to respond like everyone else, but you don't. This unexpected calmness shakes them. They begin to question what's happening inside you that they can't see. Your silence creates space. Space for growth, space for healing, space for clarity. While others get lost in noise, you rise in stillness. You observe instead of judging. You think before speaking. You stay patient when others rush. This makes your presence feel deeper. People feel your seriousness even if you say nothing. They sense that you're not someone who wastes time or words, and because they can't read you, they create their own stories about you. Quiet people always make the loudest impact because silence carries mystery. When you don't reveal everything, people become more interested in your life. They notice the smallest changes in you. They analyze your expressions. They overthink your actions. They wonder why you seem more focused, more disciplined, more stable. Your silence forces them to pay attention. And here's another truth. Your silence makes people respect you. When you speak less, your words gain value. When you don't chase people, they chase you. When you don't try to impress, you naturally become more impressive. Your quiet behavior shows that you are secure within yourself, that you don't crave validation, and that you trust your own journey. That confidence creates even more questions in the minds of others. Your silence is not emptiness. It is strength. It is growth. It is self-control. It is spiritual elevation. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, you choose to be understood. And that choice makes you unforgettable. You are stepping into your chosen identity. Chosen one. The attention you're receiving right now is not a random moment. This is the world responding to the new version of you that God has been shaping behind the scenes. For years, you carried qualities that nobody noticed. You had a quiet power, but it stayed hidden. You had confidence inside you, but you didn't fully trust it. You had strength, but life had not yet given you the chance to use it. Now God is revealing everything that was planted inside you long ago. You're finally stepping into your chosen identity, and people can sense it, even before you do. This identity is not something you created overnight. It was built through everything you survived. The pain, the delays, the disappointments, the betrayals, the long nights of questioning yourself. All those experiences were shaping you. They were polishing your spirit, developing your patience, and sharpening your intuition. Now that those lessons have matured inside you, they're showing on the outside. People look at you and suddenly see qualities they never noticed before. Your calm confidence, your grace under pressure, your inner glow, your strength that doesn't need words, your uniqueness is becoming visible. You don't fit in with the crowd anymore, not because you're trying to be different, but because your spirit has outgrown average environments. You carry yourself differently now. Your presence feels stronger. Your energy feels more elevated. Even the way you walk or look at things carries a new sense of purpose. People feel this shift, and it's making them talk, not out of confusion, but out of recognition. They're seeing something in you that feels chosen, something rare, something powerful. This identity also brings clarity. You are no longer confused about who you are or what you deserve. You're not shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You're not hiding your worth. You're not doubting your path. God has been opening your eyes, slowly, gently, to your own value. And now, you're finally seeing yourself the way heaven always saw you. That self-recognition changes everything about you, from your energy to your boundaries, from your tone to your decisions. People can feel the elevation, even if they can't describe it. They sense that you're on the rise. They feel that something bigger is happening around you. They see opportunities coming your way, your maturity growing, and your spirit becoming stronger. Even strangers can pick up on this new light in you. Some admire it, some fear it, some misunderstand it, but none of them can ignore it. Stepping into your chosen identity doesn't mean you've become someone new. It means you've become who you were always meant to be. The world is only now catching up to what God already knew about you. The attention, the whispers, the curiosity, these are just signs that your spirit has stepped into a higher level. This is the season where the hidden becomes visible. This is the season where your true identity shines. This is the season where your chosen energy rises, and the world recognizes it. Your future is announcing itself through you. Chosen one. The reason people have suddenly started paying attention to your style, your glow, your posture, and even the way you move is because your future is no longer hiding. It's showing itself through you. Before blessings arrive physically, they first appear in your spirit, then in your energy, then in your appearance. People can sense that something big is coming into your life, and that is why they talk. They don't know what's changing, but they can feel the shift around you. Your face looks different, not because of makeup, skincare, or anything external, but because inner peace has settled in. Healing has softened your expression. Growth has sharpened your eyes. Confidence has lifted your posture. You look like someone who has stepped out of old storms and is now walking into a brighter chapter. This change is subtle to you, but loud to others. Your posture also says a lot. You no longer bend under pressure. You no longer walk with fear or uncertainty. You carry yourself with a quiet pride, a type of pride that comes from knowing who you are and where you're going. Even if life isn't perfect right now, your spirit knows better, days are coming, and that inner knowing changes the way you stand, sit, and walk. People see this and feel that you're becoming someone greater. Your style has evolved too. Without trying, you've started dressing in a way that reflects your rising identity. Your clothes look cleaner, more mature, more aligned with your future self. You choose colors that represent your peace. You pick outfits that show your confidence. You're not overdressing or showing off. You're simply matching the new level God is taking you to. Your future is pulling you upward, and your appearance is adjusting naturally. People talk because they sense something divine unfolding. They may say, "You look different," or "You've changed," or "Your vibe feels stronger." They might not understand the change, but they can feel the elevation. Your future is whispering through everything you do. Your silence, your discipline, your attitude, your glow. Your destiny is preparing you before it arrives. These conversations around you are not gossip, they are confirmation. Confirmation that your energy has shifted. Confirmation that you are outgrowing the old version of yourself. confirmation that a new chapter is already active. God is preparing the world to see you with new eyes, and He's preparing you to meet the blessings He is bringing. This is why your presence feels different. This is why people react differently. This is why you're attracting new opportunities and leaving old cycles behind. Your future is announcing itself like a sunrise. Quiet at first, then brighter, then undeniable. You may not see the full picture yet, but others can sense it. Your transformation is speaking for you. Your elevation is becoming visible. And this is only the beginning of the chapter God is opening for you.